So
Salam Rahmatullah. Good evening. How are you? You guys can hear me well? Mr. Raouf and Mr. Abed. Your mic is working. You can speak. Can you hear me? My voice is clear?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How's things? Profile submitted?
Yeah, my application accepted already.
That's
I
good.
have
Very
did
nice.
yes, I have did today first test number 1. I got around 70% marks.
Very nice.
Now I am reviewing my mistakes. What I have did mistakes.
Great.
First I will review. Once my review will be completed, then I will go for the second test.
Which test you are saying? Final test or just test?
Final second
Final
test,
test, right?
yes, a final test. Yes.
So now you have to do final test 2 and 3, and if you get 80-85%, great. You can go ahead.
Yes, inshallah, I will try, sir.
And if you feel something that you are not understanding, stay connected in the last week at least.
Okay.
And then we can find out.
Inshallah, I will connect.
Perfect. So let's just start with today's class. Let's see what we can do. So people can join by themselves.
even sir, voice is not clear.
My voice is not clear?
No. Better now.
It's better now? Okay. Okay, so let's just start the day with a new question. So if I read it, a critical project to improve a customer service process has failed. Even though all that users were trained on the new service, they rejected the change and continued using their original process. Which of the following actions should the team take? Escalate the lack of cooperation. Escalate the lack of cooperation. Can it be the right answer in any situation? To end users functional manager. Do you think it can be the right answer?
No, it can't be.
No, right? We need to do the stakeholder engagement. It means we are unable to engage the stakeholder. This is our failure, not engagement failure. Take note of the risk associated with the new implementation. It's a very passive action, right? You are not taking any active action. Means you just put it and you are not taking. And here the project has already going to fail because people are not using. So do you think it can be the right answer? Take note of the risk associated with the new implementation. So it cannot be the right answer anyway. Now let's go and read third. Engage the end user community and try to understand their concerns. Seems to be the better answer, but let's go next. Repackage and execute the original plan. This is asking to revert. Will you do this? You have already done a project and now you will revert from your position? Never, right?
No much.
So remaining answer is C. And if you look, the problem was engagement of the stakeholder. So this answer is matching our whole topic of engaging the end user at the right place. So I think all of you agree with the same answer. Even Mr. Rolf has already answered the same earlier. And now we have more people to start with. Let's go ahead. Next question. A team receives an email from the product owner asking for a more precise view of actual time spent on task to apply more accurate business values estimate in the product. The team is extremely busy and deadlines are tight. How should the team lead? Answer this request. Product owner is asking more information from the team while team is very busy. What you will do as a request, make sure the team is updating the burn down chart daily, so the product owner has an accurate view of the work completed. I think by reading it seems to be the best answer or better answer, but let's go smart it and let's go back. Ask the product owner to supply the team with more specific and detailed user stories so they can understand the customer value desired better. It's between product owner and team. As a team lead, it's not your problem. Explain that flexible estimating units enable the team to accelerate. Explain that flexible estimating units. Team estimate the work or any other people estimate the work? Who estimate the work? Team. So this cannot be the answer. State that the team is extremely busy and can't help right now. Can you give this answer to any sponsor or the product owner? Never.
No.
So better answer is A. Make sure that you update your charts accordingly, so everyone has the clear picture for the status of the project. Great. So I think what I have been looking that you guys are actually answering the questions correct, means you have understood the terminologies or you have understood the pattern or the phenomenon. Let's go next. The agile team has identified a lot of risks and issues, but the notes seem to be a bit unclear. Which two of the following are the risks? As I always say, this part of the question you have to most target. If you will go with this target, you will always be confused. So your perception should start from here till here. The burn down chart.
What is meant by notes?
The notes you have taken.
Sorry, it's not
Whatever
clear.
Look, the paper they have written the risk, it's not clear. So now you need to choose from this unclear notes that which is actually a risk. Okay.
Okay.
So the burn down chart is unclear. It has not been updated. The burn down chart is unclear. It has not been updated. It's a future event or past event.
Past.
So if it is a past event, it cannot be the risk. It will be the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what they are asking, risk, which is a future event. So it cannot be the answer. The new DevOps tool chain may be ready during this iteration. May means
Risk.
right? May or might is always a risk. So we found out a keyword to answer it correctly. This is one, and we need to select two answers. The vision statement is misunderstood, resulting in flawed requirements. If you will read the mission statement is misunderstood, what you will feel? It's an issue or it's a risk?
It's already occurred.
Already occurred, or you are building yourself on it? Let's go next and then find out. If you are confused and you are unable to decide, let's go further. I will not explain it until I finish it. The tech lead for the project has resigned from the company. Already occurred, right?
Yes. Issue.
So it cannot be the risk. A senior VP has indicated that there are additional requirements. There are additional requirements. So now we need to choose from C or E. What do you think? What do you guys think? Reason?
Because the additional requirements are unknown.
Should be
There
C,
are-
sir.
Should be C. You are saying should be C. One is saying C, one is saying E. Whom should I follow? Whom should I follow? C and E. How do you think this? There are so many people. Provide your overview. Why you are asking? What could be the answer, Mr. Ober?
But the statement C clearly say that these requirements were misunderstood. But E doesn't say that the additional requirement they may, whether they are risk or not. It doesn't indicate anything.
This is your explanation. What about others? What do you guys think?
Additional requirement that is future not happen.
Someone was saying something. Go ahead. Whose answer I should agree with? C or E?
C, sir.
Given the reason, there should be a valid reason. What is the valid reason? If I say C, okay, I will accept your point. What is the reason? Let's try to read it again.
In fact, sir, this is saying Agile team has already been identified, but senior VP is not part of Agile team. I think.
Alhamdulillah, great. You reached to the right point. Senior VP has nothing to do. It is the concern of the product owner, right? Not your team.
Yeah.
Right? And what we are talking about?
Team.
Right? Our hierarchy is PO talks to the team and he talks to the stakeholders. So you guys are not directly related. Even if someone is coming to you directly, what you will say, please go back to the product owner, don't talk to us, right?
Yes.
So now it is gone. So remaining is B and C. The vision was misunderstood, resulting in flawed requirements. Flawed requirement means risks, negative risks are increased. So you should have a valid reason. Even if you are making guess, bring some point to make sure that your answer is correct. Let's go next. A PM shifts to an agile approach for a project with an aggressive go-to-market timeline. The PM needs to revise the stakeholder engagement plan so that it follows agile principles. What actions should the project manager take? Increase the number of formal training workshops to cover all relevant issues for all stakeholders, including the project sponsor and client. Is it something related to the aggressive go-to-market line. Increase the number of stakeholder communication channel. What communication channel will bring? Just communication. Question is never saying anything about communications. Make standard meetings mandatory for all. I give you all is never the right answer, isn't it? So it cannot be the answer. Wrong. Update the stakeholder engagement metrics. Revise means update the stakeholder engagement metrics. Agree or not?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's go next. Why I'm giving you guys answer? You should answer, then I should explain. A PM is working on a data center migration project and is developing the schedule management plan. The project was planned to last 40 days. The sponsor wants it done in 35. What should the project manager take to amend his schedule for the new requirements? Crush activities that are not on the critical path. Is there any benefit of crashing the activities which are not on the critical path?
No.
If it's not no, it could be the right answer. But because of this word, it cannot be the right answer. Increase duration of critical path. They are asking to decrease, right? Not increase.
Yeah.
Cannot be the right answer. Lags again. Lags means increase, right? Mandatory waiting time. That is what lags, right? Mandatory waiting time.
Yes.
So this
Yeah.
cannot be the answer. What we do in the leads, we start a successor activity earlier than its planned time, or we do the activities in parallel. So now 40 can bring into 35, right?
Yes.
So correct answer is
C.
C. Great. Next, a new product is released by a company when a customer identifies performance issues with the product. The PM investigates and realizes that the cost of quality should have been used to estimate this cost. Assuming the customer has identified an issue, which category issue means which category of cost of quality should the project manager be? And I think answer is very clear. Customer has identified an issue. There is only one correct answer. Answer on the chat window, then we'll discuss. You don't need to discuss, it's already there. What is cost of quality? Cost of quality is equals to cost of conformance plus cost of non-conformance. Cost of conformance is what? Prevention cost, testing cost, training cost, and cost of non-conformance is what? Rework, scrap, failures, lost business, lawsuits, warranties. It's a good revision anyway. So what is the answer now? I think answer should be clear. Gopal has already answered. Yes, it's correct. What about others? In the chat window, please. Ganesh, look at it. Ganesh, look at it. Ganesh, look at it. Yes, now okay. Mr. Rauf and Mr. Ganesh, your answer is not correct. Look at it. When I wrote it in front of you, issue and custom. Prevention cost and appraisal cost is what? Cost of conformance. Lost business, failures are issues. And it's customer saying, so it's not internal failure. This part is what? Internal failure. And this part is what? External failure. So answer is external cost. While cost benefit analysis is used mostly for initiating or at the time of planning. It's okay now. Let's go next. A product owner is collaborating with the team lead to refine the product backlog. They need a better way to prioritize the backlog because the current stakeholders could not agree while using the Moscow technique. Product owner decides to create a matrix and identify the value as the first axis. Which two items could work for the second axis? Did you understand the question or no? Did you guys understand the question or not?
No,
Look, a product owner is collaborating with the team lead to refine the backlog. They need a better way to prioritize the backlog because current stakeholders not agree while using the Moscow technique. The product owner decides to create a matrix and identify the value as the first axis. Which two items could work for the second axis? You guys remember the cumulative burn on burn up chart? Ganesh, can you explain it?
Regarding the answer or the burn down chart?
Yeah, regarding the answer, why you put this answer?
Yeah, because the one which is having higher risk, we have to take it up first on the priority. So, and the effort is the time, which is the one which is consuming more time, more effort.
So quality can never be the answer. Let's remove the quality, right? Quality
But
is not going to
quality
work.
prioritization will not be there under
Yes, in the prioritization, quality is not a problem. When we prioritize, we've said prioritization based on highest value and highest risk, right?
Risk. Yeah.
So you already got one answer, which
Mm.
is risk.
Risk.
And do we arrange product backlog for time? Do we? We arrange the user stories only on the value and risk. So time is never included, right?
Yeah.
And impact has nothing to do with it. These are the only two things for which we prioritize. If you guys remember, what was the definition of a story point? A story point is the amount of time and complexity, right? Or you can say the amount of resources and complexity you need to complete a user story is called as story points. So one answer is risk, and this is what our efforts. So answer is A and B.
B.
Yes. You can easily eliminate by using a little critical skills easily. But for that, you just need to know about it. That what is it?
So
Let's
can we
go
go down? Can we go down this question? Just
Okay.
there is one second sentence. They need a better way to prioritize the backlog. So
Yes.
is it about effort?
Yes. Value. The resources you need to complete the project.
Okay. Okay.
And you can also use, if you don't remember, open the Kano analysis. You will find these values there also. Satisfier, dissatisfiers, delighters, and different. So we check that what is the risk and effort is required to complete those user stories. Let's go next. And where we are now. An organization policy states any change requested on a project that exceeds a certain amount or complexity must adhere to the policies. The project manager just received an urgent request and they want it added to the change control board agenda scheduled for tomorrow. However, the CR is incomplete. What should the project manager do? Begin additional analysis of the CR, put it on the CCB agenda for tomorrow and address it there. Return the CR to the customer because it is incomplete, or approve the change request. Project manager can never do this, right? So D cannot be the answer. The project manager has just received an urgent change request from the customer. So whenever the change request is filed, what do you have to do?
Analyze.
Additional analysis.
Additional analysis, right?
Yeah.
Returning to the customer, he will make the point, right? If
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
a
yeah.
stakeholder, you can see that, okay, if it is a stakeholder or something, customer who is paying you the money. So you need to pamper him as much as possible, but without doing the gold plating or scope creep. So return is not the good answer.
Okay.
Return is like very impolite way of doing the thing, right?
Yeah.
And we have to be very polite. And you cannot do anything until you have the clear information, because when you will start the meeting, they will ask you, did you do something? You will say no, they will say why you are here. So always go with your homework. So answer is A. All agree?
Yes.
Makes sense, right? Next. Let's go further. Okay. A construction project to build something in advance of handoff management. Team has been trained to take change. Okay, I don't care. The lead engineer from the development team expresses concern. During construction, substantial new technologies were introduced and the engineering team learned new skills. What is the best way for the team to handle knowledge transfer in this case? Set up a contract for the engineering team to continue as a consultant. Really? That's how we will transfer the knowledge. Require the engineering team to record their knowledge and make it available to the management team. Management team, okay. Set up additional training for the management team and include the engineering development team as key stakeholders. Conduct root cause analysis. There is no relation in this and in the question, right? And this is gone. Now remaining two options, B and C. What do you think? On the chat window, please. Providing the views to the management is enough, or providing the training is a better option? Look, till here, it's okay. What would I should put, then it will be the right answer instead of management team? What should I can write it so it will become the correct answer?
For future project or
Which means OPA
OP.
or lesson learned, right? If I write this, this will be the correct answer, isn't it? Or no? You learned something. You learned something. What is the best way of forwarding this knowledge or sharing this knowledge? Trainings, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why we provide trainings to our people, that they should share this knowledge to other people, right? And
Yes.
if you remember, in our chapter 3, we have PM role towards a project, towards organization, towards industry, and towards professional discipline. And if you look at C, this is in the professional discipline or across discipline. Whatever you have learned, share the knowledge with your team members and peers. It never said that share the knowledge with the OPA. Anyone remember the chapter 3? Anyone? No one. So in chapter 3, our role, there was a role of PM towards professional discipline or across discipline. Whatever you have learned, share the knowledge with other team members, peers, project managers, and managers. So C is the better answer, right? So let's go to the next question. A key team member has been offered a new opportunity and will be leaving the project. Wow. The team is looking for a replacement but unable to find. This team member has been with the project since it began and has a lot of knowledge and skills that other team members lack. Which 2 actions should the team take to ensure project continuity? Create a new work item in the product backlog to interview the departing team member and record the sessions. Discuss the risk of a key dependency resignation in the next. Always remember that when someone is asking you to do something, do not take it into the next meeting, right?
Yes.
Next will never be the right answer. Inform the team members manager that unless they find someone soon, it could be detrimental to the project. You cannot stop anyone, right? Legally. If he has fulfilled the conditions, so you cannot stop. Go on. Schedule knowledge transfer sessions with the departing team member. Could be the better idea. Let's go. Ask the departing team member to nominate existing team member who seem to have the best skills. But if you read the question, no one have the skills, right?
Yes.
They are unable to find anyone. And he was the only one because he has a lot of function that other team members like. So E is going against the question. It cannot be the answer. So remaining answers are D and A. Did we solve it correct?
But sir, how A will help?
What we do in the iterations, that we do everything inside the iterations. And that's what we call it facilitation. If you cannot find it, because we will do every work in the iteration.
Yes.
When we are working in Agile, we do everything in the iterations. We don't do outside the things. So in each iteration backlog, we will add a task that every day, 2 hours or 1 hour, you have to provide the knowledge sharing sessions, right?
Yes.
And the same thing is they are saying in D, schedule the knowledge transfer sessions with the departing team member, isn't it?
Yes.
So first item is created and then D is the description of it. So A and D are the right answer. All of you agree? Go ahead, Ganesh, what you're saying.
Yeah. Not if it is option A, if they have mentioned create a new work item with the iteration backlog, or sprint backlog, then we can agree. But they are putting it in the product backlog. Product backlog is the place where we put the user stories.
So user stories we do for the task. Look, I think some of you might have not heard from me or heard and forgot that when we do the iteration, like we have, let's suppose 40 hours of iteration. So this 40 hours include the work, error solving, training, learning, What else? Work, error, training, learning, support, fix errors. They all should be included. It's not that in every sprint we will do the task only. No, the new task we will do to support, training, implementation, deployment. They all will be the part of the iteration backlog. Not only the work. Work is one thing only. Remaining thing we will do also with the team. Okay. So if you look at it, that if he's going, so we will add in the iteration that guys he's leaving. So let's learn from him. Let's reschedule, because team is what? Self-organizing, right? And when the team is self-organizing, so they have to adjust their schedule. And if they could not finish it, they will put it in the next iteration. Yes or no? So based upon the urgency that this person is leaving, we will delay some items, or we will give it to another team, and then we'll try to learn from him. Isn't it a better idea? Agreed, Ganesh?
Yeah.
Let's go. So A and D were the right answers. Let's go further. Company H is completing a merger and has acquired several assets from company Z. The team is conflicted about what to do, but the product owner has identified knowledge transfer to ensure the new organization can maintain the collections properly. As one of the highest priorities for the merger, which two actions should the team take for the mergers? One answer from the last question. Let's read A. Pair leaders from each of the critical business element in both companies for collaboration. This is the best thing, right? Whenever two companies are being merged, that's what we have to do. Let the managers work together. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's like a very general perception. Forget the project management also. Hold daily stand-up meetings. Do we discuss in a daily stand-up meeting?
No.
We don't discuss anything here. We just listen. Post update in the monthly status report. Next, I told you never be the right answer, right?
Yes.
Now, hire specialist. Hire specialist in IP rights and museum management to lead a formal transfer. And the next question, next answer is create a backlog item to ensure the artifacts and property that are most valuable. We have already found out our one answer A. B and C we said cannot be the right answer. Which one you think can be the right answer? D or E? Question is about knowledge transfer. So when the question is about knowledge transfer, so answer should be
Then D is
D, right?
D. Yes.
Yes. And as we always say that answer is 100% in the question. You just need to get it to find it.
But where is the museum management? It's,
This is the museum. If you look, maintain the intellectual property and museum artifacts.
nice.
Let's go next. A global organization is headquartered in the country, has just passed a law making it illegal for employers to contact employees outside for office hours. Okay, because 85% of the employees live in this country, and the leadership team launched an initiative for employee wellness. However, just this weekend, the director of marketing sent an urgent email to the entire team demanding that they correct a mistake on the project ASAP. Two team members sent messages with a tone of panic to the team lead person's phone. That before you said this, and now you are saying do it ASAP. How should the team lead respond? Remind the director that team is not required to work outside of office hours. Can you do any impolite actions? Can you go to your boss and say like this?
No.
Not possible, right? Contact HR and escalate this matter. You will go against your director.
No.
Do nothing can be the right answer in any situation. Never, right?
No. No.
So remaining answer is D. I don't know what is D, but let's assure the director that the team will address the problem next week and tell the team members through message to have a nice week. Because he's saying SAP, he's not saying now. There's a big difference between now and SAP, right?
Yes.
Great. So you are facilitating as a team lead.
But still here next, sir. Next, so
Where?
keyword.
Yeah, because
Well-
the weekend is over. If you look what they're saying, they received a message on the weekend
Yes.
and overtime is not allowed. Overtime is not allowed anywhere in the whole world.
Right.
So we'll do next week when the week will start. We'll do it the first thing in the next week. We'll do it.
Oh.
Let's go next. A team is building a
Can
bridge.
we, Susan, can we go back?
Yeah.
This, it is, weekend is almost end now. So weekend means that we have to go till Monday.
Exactly.
So means assure the director, the team will address the problem next week. Next week means do nothing until Monday.
Can you work on Saturday and Sunday?
No.
So simple as.
So what's the difference then? Do nothing until Monday and to address the problem next week.
Do nothing until Monday is half explanation. For sure you're doing C, but D is like professional way of saying the same thing.
Okay.
If you will say to your boss, I will do next week. So you say, really next week? But if you say, we'll do it as a first thing on the Monday, it makes sense, right?
Yes. Okay.
Next, a team is building a bridge. Some problems occurred. However, the team also includes many juniors. This variance in team expertise is listed as a risk. So here the question starts. The problem is variance in team experience as a risk. That could affect team working conditions. Okay. At the team's morning status meeting, a facilitator led a discussion about continuous improvement and asked the team how leadership and the company could help them to improve. The team listed the five following answers. Which two actions can help this team to improve? Problem is, one is advanced team and one is junior team. Hire experienced worker next time. Can you say this to your boss or to the people? HR has a mechanism, right? So we cannot say this. Communicate team goals better. Have more team meetings. Provide more learning opportunities. Offer a remote working option and upgrade laptops. There's nothing called upgrade, right? So I think you guys can choose the answer by yourself because now there is only one wrong answer and two are right answers. Which one is the wrong answer now from B, C, and D? So problem is variance between the team members. What is okay motion? Not the first one. What about others? I guess so. That having more meetings will not make a mistake or will not make an impact, right? Have more team meetings for what? The problem is between the learning style. So we have communicate team goals better and provide more learning opportunities so everyone can learn from each and everyone. So yes, B and D were the correct answers. Let's go next. We have good time and we are going with the good speed. A global volunteer organization operates as continuous training model to improve the knowledge. They design custom training to deliver it virtually on the third Friday of every month. The team in charge of training brainstorms a list of ideas to check if their training is effective and adequate. Which item on this list will help determine the effectiveness of training? Give trainees a pre-assessment. Monitor how many people had their cameras on during the training. Making your cameras on, can I make that you guys are listening to me? Even though in my trainings I don't allow you or I don't ask you to open the cameras, and still we are able to make it, right? So keeping your cameras on and off doesn't make a big difference. Survey people about their areas of interest. Perform a statistical sampling of attendees to find out what they learned. Effective and adequate is what I think. Take the test, right? What the pre-assessment will do. They are asking about post-assessment. So pre-assessment cannot be the answer. This is also what? Pre-assessment, right? And they are asking about post-assessment of the training. So in that case, I think D is the right answer. You guys agree?
Yes.
Next, after months of gathering, a police force wants to design and launch an app to improve the quality of communication with members of the public. How is this an example of continuous process improvement? People who use the app will automatically receive monthly updates about community initiatives. The app development will be a separate agile track which shows that the police force is using good project management. It is intended to improve efficiency and quality of communication between police and member of the public. Crime rates will decline. And answer is very clear. Answer is very clear. What is it on the chat window, please? Yes, Ganesh, your answer is correct. The word is what? This. So exactly, yes. This is what stakeholder engagement, not continuous improvement. This is the project management, not continuous improvement. And this is the output. But they are asking for the continuous improvement. So yes, all of you were correct. Let's do the question. A highly engaged agile team is forced to halt business operations when a major crisis occurs, closing offices and requiring employees to work remotely. Many team members who were high performing before the crisis are missing daily stand-ups, but turning their cameras off and not participating because of poor attendance. The project is not meeting sprint goals. Consequently, the project is not performing well. Which action is the most effective way to motivate the team? Motivate the team. Skip the retro. Problem is what we are saying. There is a daily stand-up. So when we are talking about daily stand-up, retro can be the answer? Never. Award the consistent top contributors with a gift card at the next. Send emails to absentee members requiring a written response on progress and give them negative feedback. Giving someone negative feedback, do you think it could be the right option? If your HR will do with you, then you will fight and against them, right? This cannot be the right answer. Keep your camera on to lead by example and use an agenda that actively involves people in the meeting. That seems to be the right answer. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, let's go next. A PM joins a team replacing a manager who left. During initial meetings, PM realized that the team members have different opinions. Opinions means they were not engaged, right? Different opinions means their requirements were not being met. Team members did not respect each other ideas. You know the stage. Even I don't know what is written in the question. I can see the options. Did not respect each other's ideas. Which stage they are now? Did not respect each other idea. Which stage? I'm not asking the question. I'm just asking. Yeah, Ganesh, good. We'll read the question later on. When they don't respect the idea, this is called as storm. Let's go next. However, now with the new manager leadership, the team has begun to communicate more effectively and develop some processes. So after storming where they are now, what should be the answer? They were in a storming, but they are good now. So which state they are now? Exactly. They are normal. Conflict resolved. Next, a project is comprised of 3 highly dependent parts, each completed by its own team. Team leader worried that conflicts might arise when the output from the 3 teams are combined. Asked for advice. What advice should the PM provide? Identify potential conflict. I'm reading, I'm feeling it's a good answer, but let's read till end. Identify potential conflicts and then arrange for a weekly joint meeting with the team member of the 3 teams to review each other works. Let's go next. Decide which teamwork should be prioritized. Then you as a project manager can prioritize teamwork in Agile. Team lead can prioritize the work.
No.
It is the task of team, so it cannot be the answer. Document conflicts as they occur and take actions to remedy any problem that arise. Documents conflict as they occur. It means they are talking about issue, right?
Yes.
And we have what? Risk, isn't it? We are discussing might arise. Might arise means risk.
Yes.
And this is saying issue. So it cannot be the answer. Continue to let. Continue for what? You have a problem. You cannot continue, right?
Yes.
I don't know what is written, but continue is not a right. So remaining answer is A, right?
Yes.
These are like easy technical skills which I am showing you how you can do the question and exam easily.
Sir, here,
And-
sorry,
Go ahead.
this PM, he is representing a Scrum Master or
Look,
what is
in
his role?
Agile,
Yeah.
team lead, coach, PM, SM. They are same.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
And unresolved conflict is causing disruption. The issue is escalated to the PM. What should the PM do first? First, meet with the vendor to discuss the issue. Place this item. When you have an issue, you leave it on the backlog or issue log?
Issue.
Issue log, right? Not in the backlog.
Yeah.
Draft and send a contractual letter to the vendor. Will it help?
No.
You are delaying the action, right?
Yes.
Sending an email. Email is what?
Informal.
Informal.
Mm.
And we have a serious situation, right?
Yes.
So for serious problem, we said we always use formal communication.
Yes.
And formal communication, we have what? Best face to face.
Yes.
So A is the correct answer, right?
Yes.
Agree, Ganesh and Ubaid?
Yeah, agree.
Yes, agrees.
Mr. Mohsen, you are very quiet today. What happened?
No, it's okay.
Okay. A team is comprised of something to manage priorities, conflicts among team members. The PM schedules a video conference call. PM took the action, so which thing he has done? He has opted to solve the problem. And you know the answer, right? Which technique it is when you're trying to solve the problem?
Collaborate.
Elaborate, right? Directly.
Yeah.
No need to think even about it. And I think that was the last question. Yes, that is the last question for today. Great. Time passed. We solved almost, not almost, 20 questions exactly. So I hope it might have also added a value to you guys.
Sure.
And I think if you guys have been following the sprints, you should be sitting in the exam in the upcoming week. Not to delay a lot, like Mr. Bear is already working. I would ask you guys to work on final test 1, 2, and 3. As soon as you get 85%, 80%, even 80%, go sit an exam. But this 80% should not be by the memorization. And you know that I'm available for anything you need. And if someone of you want to review the session starting from tomorrow, most welcome. If you want to invite your friends to attend it, again, most welcome. And I'll see you then accordingly on the next week, inshallah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'll
I
see you
just
next
want
week.
to,
Thanks.
yeah, hello.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Speak.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just want to inform you that maybe I am planning for a test to be taken at the center. So I have booked it for this Thursday, that is 9th of June.
Yeah, good.
So,
You are almost
I
ready.
yeah, from tomorrow I will start taking the tests, test 1, test 2,
Yes.
test 3.
Do not take, if your exam is on Thursday, don't do anything on Wednesday.
Okay.
Do not count
So,
Wednesday.
okay, so we should not count Wednesday. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I will take 2 tests and 1 test on Monday. Maybe like that I need to take it.
Good. Great. Perfect.
Okay, man, I will keep you updated.
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Stay connected on the WhatsApp. Anything you need, keep asking. You will keep getting the replies. My trainings are finished. I have just normal trainings starting from tomorrow. So inshallah, I'll be always replying on time.
Okay. So, Imran, just I want to confirm with you, do I need to focus more on this predictive part, or I will focus more towards the agile itself? Because I feel some of the
Focus
predictive
for
part I have
test
forgotten.
1, 2, and 3. Forget
That is
everything.
more important. Okay. Fine.
No need to look here
Fine,
and there.
Imran.
Whatever I have put it
Okay.
there, it's more than enough.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. Perfect. Take care, guys. I'll see you next week, inshallah. Bye.
So.